Whenever you learn a new mental model or idea, it's like the software in your brain gets updated. Suddenly, you can run all of your old data points through a new program. Of course, this is only true if you internalize and remember insights from the books you read. Knowledge will only compound if it is retained. In other words, what matters is not simply reading more books, but getting more out of each book you read. We read for a multitude of reasons, but this video is solely for those who read to learn. With that in mind, here are a few reading strategies I've found to improve your memory and retain more information. Quit more books. It doesn't take long to figure out if something is worth reading. Skilled writing and high-quality ideas stick out. As a result, most people should probably start more books than they do. This doesn't mean you need to read each book page by page. You can skim the table of contents, chapter titles, and subheadings. Pick an interesting section and dive in for a few pages. Maybe flip through the book and glance at any bolded points or tables. In 10 minutes, you'll have a reasonable idea of how good it is. Then comes the crucial step. Quit books quickly and without guilt or shame. Life is too short to waste it on average books. The opportunity cost is too high. There are so many amazing things to read. Choose books you can use instantly. One way to improve reading comprehension is to choose books you can immediately apply. Putting the ideas you read into action is one of the best ways to secure them in your mind. Practice is a very effective form of learning. Choosing a book that you can use also provides a strong incentive to pay attention and remember the material. That's particularly true when something important hangs in the balance. If you're starting a business, for example, then you have a lot of motivation to get everything you can out of the sales book you're reading. Similarly, someone who works in biology might read The Origin of Species more carefully than a random reader because it connects directly to their daily work. Of course, not every book is a practical how-to guide that you can apply immediately, and that's fine. You can find wisdom in many different books, but I do find that I'm more likely to remember books that are relevant to my daily life. Write a short summary. Some questions I consider when summarizing a book include: what are the main ideas? If I implemented one idea from this book right now, which one would it be? How would I describe the book to a friend? In many cases, I find that I can usually get just as much useful information from reading my one-paragraph summary and reviewing my notes as I would if I read the entire book again. If you feel like you can't squeeze the whole book into 3 sentences, consider using the Feynman technique. The Feynman technique is a note-taking strategy named after the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Richard Feynman. It's pretty simple. Write the name of the book at the top of a blank sheet of paper. Then write down how you'd explain the book to someone who had never heard of it. If you find yourself stuck or if you see that there are holes in your understanding, review your notes or go back to the text and try again. Keep writing it out until you have a good handle on the main ideas and feel confident in your explanation.